I'm Deanna from PhotoAmerica.tv, and this is Cliff Hausner. He's a professional photographer in New York City for the last 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the Canon PowerShot S90, very hot item for this holiday season.
It is a pretty full-featured point and shoot camera.
Yeah, I think the hottest feature is the f2 feature. Why don't you just tell us about that a little bit?
In the field of photography, f2 means that the shutter speed, the aperture of the lens is a very wide aperture, which means it can shoot in very, very low light condition. But one of the cool things about this is a very, very wide screen in the back. And
for how tiny this camera is.
Yeah, I mean, it literally almost takes up the entire back of the camera.
Great.
Did I mention before that this camera shoots RAW images? Very unusual for a small point and shoot camera to shoot RAW. The Canon G11 does. But that's a little bit bigger size camera. But in this size camera to shoot RAW images,
right? This is a tiny little pocketable camera,
and has manual aperture priority, shutter priority, program, and then the mode I call the dummy mode. Sometimes they use me as the lowest common denominator, and that's what I use. So you basically
why is it called a dummy?
It's not really called a dummy mode. I just made that up, but it's called the dummy mode for.
Is that for people like you or for?
Yeah,
people
I just made that up actually. It's for I wouldn't suggest that you're dumb. I just suggest that you're not a professional, at least in photography. Street walking, that's a whole different story. But you can, one of the cool things on this is that it has a feature, makes it very, very easy to review the review images coming into the back. Has a pop-up flash, and it has this control dial in the front that you can use this or set this control dial to do any one of a number of features. For example, if you do want to use it in manual mode or you want to use it in aperture priority, this allows you to do many different functions, and some of the functions being, if you have this camera in manual mode, you can then set the shutter speed or aperture using this ring.
Right.
So you don't have to have the extra dials on it that you would normally have in a regular camera. So you can still keep the camera very lightweight and portable camera, but at the same time be able to use it as though it's a professional camera with some of those same professional features.
It looks tiny in your hands.
It is. It's a small camera, but even though it's small, it does have a nice feel when I'm shooting it. So for some reason, I don't know, certain cameras, the size works for me, some doesn't.
Right.
But this one really has. I like the feel of it.
Very cool looking.
Yeah, it is cool looking. It also has video capability, and I just like it as an all-around camera. Just grabbing, pointing, shoot. This is something absolutely that I would slip in my pocket and use on a regular basis. Slipping in your pocket and having something that you could literally go out every day, no matter what you're going to do, you'd be able to do it. Good.